Here are 17 ways to guarantee that you will never lose weight and achieve your goals. In this video, we will be using a psychological hack called inversion. Instead of asking ourselves how we can lose weight and how to get in shape, it's much more important to figure out what guarantees we stay fat and avoid those things. As humans, we tend to be better at avoiding negatives rather than implementing positives. So with that in mind, number 1, keep your house stocked with junk food at all times. Be like an alcoholic at a bar. Always use your willpower. Because willpower never runs out, right? Keep it out in the open, have cookie jars, and you know what? You might as well, like if you see I have this little table over here, I'll just put like a chocolate bar there, right? That will definitely guarantee that I'm gonna eat junk food and crave it first thing in the morning. So keep it all around the house and keep buying junk food. Number 2, listen to diet and fitness advice from fat people. Be the person who takes money advice from broke people. The older I get, the more I realize how idiotic most adults are when it comes to nutrition. See, when I was a kid, I was always on the chubbier side, and after talking to some of my relatives and taking in their weight loss advice, now that I know quite a lot of things, it doesn't surprise me as to why I was gigantic. If you know the basics of dieting, like calories in, calories out, micronutrients, macronutrients, you quite literally know more than like 90% of the population. If you talk to any old person when it comes to dieting, they're still stuck on no carb diets without taking into consideration their calorie counts. They're still stuck on, avoiding fat in their diet. I remember I was talking to my girlfriend's mother's sister. I don't know what the English definition for that is. Hot wife? That can't be it, right? Whatever. Prosthetic mother. And she was blabbing on about how she needs to start using L-carnitine to supplement her weight loss. Like, lady, how about you go to the gym more and, eat cleaner instead of trying to use L-carnitine, which is only really effective if you're injecting 8 grams per day. Number 3, only high palatability foods. The word palatable just means food that tastes really, really fucking good. So if you want to guarantee that you will stay fat, only eat the most palatable foods. Eat Oreos, eat ice cream, Chinese takeout, always eat at restaurants. Just eat as much junk food as you can. You'll definitely be able to control yourself and not overeat. And no, don't worry, these foods are definitely not made to be addictive, from their smell to their flavor to the way that they sit in your mouth. And don't worry about the studies that shows junk food is more addictive than Colombian ski powder. You kicked that stuff a long time ago, so you can definitely kick the junk food. Number 4, get horrible sleep every night. Eat as much food as you can right before bed. Crank that body temperature up. Make sure you're digesting as you're sleeping so you're never getting any good sleep. Never track your sleep. Don't ever use a sleep tracker because who cares how many hours I actually sleep? Who cares what impacts my sleep? Use your phone, scroll right before bed without the blue light filter. Make your room as hot as possible before sleeping. Never cool it down. Have an inconsistent sleep schedule. Go to sleep at different times every day and sleep in as much as you can on the weekends. Drink some caffeine before bed. And since sleep is directly correlated to how much willpower you're going to have throughout the day, basically how much you can resist junk food, spend less than 8 hours in bed every single day. Or better yet, if we really want to stay fat, only allocate like 6 hours to bed. Go to sleep at 12 and wake up at 6. Go to sleep at 2 and wake up at 8. Since most people have about an 80% sleep efficiency, which means most of us don't actually sleep every single second that we're in bed, having 6 hours in bed actually leads to like 4.5 hours of real sleep. So when doctors recommend that a person should get 8 hours of sleep, that usually means you would have to spend around 10 hours in bed every single day to get optimal rest. So only spend 6 hours in bed. This should be perfect when it comes to destroying your willpower. It will make you crave a bunch of junk food, and it will also make sure that more of the calories that you intake will be stored as fat instead of getting burned up. Number 5, disagree with all of the diet advice that experienced people give you because you know best. Never listen to people smarter than you. So who am I to tell you anything? I've only lost a ridiculous amount of weight after struggling for years. I've only gotten into amazing shape naturally. I've only helped basically everyone close to me get into amazing shape. I've only read dozens of books on nutrition and spent literally hundreds of hours analyzing this. I've only tried every single single diet and learned where to apply each and every single one. But you heard that eating after 6 o'clock will put on belly fat. And so this is a fact. Look at me, Rudolph. Don't tell me what to eat. Never be open to new opinions and changing your mind. Be as stuck in your ways as you possibly can. Number 6, always look for fast hacks. Never go out of your way to change your actual lifestyle habits, and instead look for fast things that you can implement into your diet. Add lemon into your morning water, because this will definitely be a waste of time and still keep you fat. Add cucumbers into your morning water, or some salt into your morning water, or any other stupid diet hack that isn't just eating less junk food, eating less calories, and exercising. Take as many goofy supplements as you can that have absolutely no statistical change on your weight loss. Look, as someone who's tried a bunch of interesting things in their lives, I'll give you the real. If you really want to find supplements that help you lose weight, most of them are illegal. If you want the shit that really works, you're gonna have to go on the onions. You're gonna have to go on Tor, go on the dark web. I don't know what the main market is nowadays. I think the last time I was on that shit, it was like Archetype or something. Just keep trying 1 to 2 week challenges over and over again. Never commit to like an actual 3 or 6 month diet plan, because that will actually work, and we don't want it to work. We want to stay fat. And never remove any bad habits from your life, and keep on trying to add in more voodoo magic. Keep on trying to implement new things instead of removing the bad things. The best way to stay fat is try adding instead of removing. It's much easier to add in little hacks or supplements. They take less effort. Don't remove the junk food you eat. Don't make better diet choices. Don't take out the sugar from your coffee. Don't switch from normal soda to zero sugar soda. Don't stop drinking your calories, because taking away bad things from your diet may actually make a positive difference and allow you to lose weight, and we don't want any of this. Number 7, always crash diet. Instead of making your eating habits slowly better and better week by week and making little sustainable improvements, try to go on as many diets as you possibly can that dramatically change your eating habits and are as non-sustainable as possible. Restrict yourself as much as you can so you quit within a week or 2. Why even bother removing some junk food or some sugar or alcohol from your diet little by little, week by week, when you can just go all out today? You're definitely not gonna fail, and you definitely don't have to progressively overload your discipline. No, because you're the guy that when you put your mind to it, you really put your mind to it and get it. No one has ever said this in the past before and quit. This is definitely the first time I've heard this. So to stay fat, keep on running these bullshit diets. It's very well known that if you just make slow lifestyle changes week by week and improve your diet by 10%, you find real sustainable things that you could follow for the rest of your life. So make sure you always try going from 0 to 100 instead of little incremental steps that will get you to 100 over the span of a couple of years. Number 8, never exercise. Now, exercise isn't always necessary for weight loss, but it does make it significantly easier. So to stay fat, make sure you never build any muscle and don't do any cardio. If you, God forbid, build a little bit of muscle, you may actually start enjoying the way your body looks, and you may become motivated to get into better and better shape. It might give you a positive feedback loop, which may encourage you to actually work out more and improve your body. We don't want any of this. And make sure you never test and find the cardio method that you find enjoyable and that you could stick to for the rest of your life. Because if you do find a cardio method that you enjoy and you can do for like 30 minutes every single day, it may 10x your weight loss, and we don't want this. Number 9, drink as much alcohol as you can. Alcohol is full of empty calories that destroy your brain and your body. So drink up. Drink as much as you possibly can. Alcohol will destroy your sleep quality, which we previously mentioned, if you remember, is very, very crucial for losing weight. Alcohol is full of calories. Alcohol destroys muscle growth. And most importantly, alcohol will make sure that a lot of the calories that you consume as food will be stored directly to your fat stores instead of ever burned up as energy. And so never consider any other substances or hobbies as a replacement. Even if you enjoy GABAergic drugs like alcohol, never consider safer alternatives that hit harder and have less downsides. Just do absolutely zero research and let the government fully control what you put in your body, because alcohol is is legal, so it has to be the safest drug, right? Never consider weed or psychedelics or certain dissociatives which can feel just like alcohol at lower doses and be like 100 times less toxic to you. No, keep drinking alcohol. Number 10, read 0 books on nutrition. Why spend dozens of hours reading or listening to audiobooks that will convince you to eat cleaner and change your self-identity into someone who is healthy when you can spend those 10 hours on video games? It's just much more fun. And even if you can play video games and still listen to an audiobook and, be halfway productive while wasting your time, just play video games and watch YouTube slop instead. Turn on Netflix. How about you go watch some anime? It's said that if you read 3 books on a topic like nutrition, you will know more than 90% of people in that certain topic. So make sure you never read a single book. It will guarantee that you stay fat. See, books are just like guides made by very intelligent people who pile decades of work into a single step-by-step formula of how to solve a single problem. So don't read any books on weight loss because you don't need those decades of knowledge and real things that you could implement right away. Don't read them. Leave that to someone like me who can actually use that information and get shredded and make their life much more fun. Don't read books. Just leave them to us. We can't all be in good shape. Number 11. Never track your calories. Never figure out how many calories your body needs, and who cares how many calories are in foods. Calories don't even matter. Calories in and calories out is fake. It doesn't even exist. It's all about the glucose levels in your body, and the glucose spike actually allows if you have high insulin levels, it's gonna make you store more calories, or just stop being a fat piece of shit and maybe eat a little bit less. Never learn about how removing the sauce from your salad will allow you to easily lose more than 2 pounds per week without changing anything. Never learn about low-calorie alternatives. Never learn how many extra calories are hidden in oils that you add to your food that barely make shit taste any different but can result to pounds of weight loss every single month. Never discover these small changes because calorie counting doesn't help. It won't teach you anything. It's just gonna lead to eating disorders. And look, I'm gonna break character and go back to my real self, but if tracking calories gives you an eating disorder, according to who? Fucking fat people? You already have an eating disorder. It can't get any worse. Number 12. Never eat single ingredient whole foods. Instead of making your own potato chips with sliced potatoes and oil with 2 ingredients, always buy chips from the store that have 50 ingredients. Pump your body with as much unknown chemicals as you possibly can, because it's much more likely that one of those ingredients is messing you up physically than, just eating the single potato with oil. There's just a higher chance that you're gonna be fat, and it's also quite palatable. Instead of making your own chicken and rice, always buy it pre-made at the store. Because trust me, making your own homemade chicken and rice that has 5 total ingredients is far healthier and lower calories than that random spicy chicken bowl you buy at the store with like 60 plus ingredients. So only eat highly processed foods. The more ingredients actually, the better. And make sure you can't pronounce any of the ingredients. Once again, the more the merrier. Just always buy as much food as you can where you don't understand what the ingredient label says. Ah yes, get some good daily servings of tert butyl hydroquinone. Tert butyl hydroquinone. I don't know what this is, but it better be good for me. If you can't pronounce a lot of the ingredients on the label, that just means that the food is highly processed, and make sure you eat as much of that as possible. It's definitely not gonna cause any adverse health side effects in the next 20 years. Number 13, drink liquid calories. Since liquid calories from soda, fruit juices, smoothies, milkshakes, and alcohol are the easiest ways to consume calories with as little nutritional value as possible and without quenching your hunger at all, this is the way to go. Have as much liquid calories as possible, and never consider drinking diet soda, because it's been shown that if you drink 40 cans of sugar-free Coke every single day for 60 years, your chances of cancer go up by 3%. Don't risk it. Being fat and drinking sugary drinks is healthier, totally. It will keep you fatter. And never stop drinking fruit juice. It has 1/10 the nutritional value of real fruit, and real fruit itself is already not that nutritious. So drink as much fruit juice as possible. It's the worst for you, and it will keep you fat. Just whatever you do, keep drinking your calories. It's the worst way to cure hunger. And when skinny kids try to gain weight when it comes to bodybuilding or just like muscle growth, and they struggle with eating enough calories, do you know what they do? They start drinking shakes and taking in more liquid calories. You see, liquid calories are like the nuclear bomb for people that can't eat enough, because you can load yourself up with as much food as possible, with as many calories as possible, and barely feel hungry. So if you want to get fatter, definitely do this. Number 14, always cheat on the weekends. And I'm not talking about your girlfriend, but the best way to ruin your diet is to make sure you're super strict throughout the week and then destroy it all by binging on the weekends. If you eat 2,500 calories for 5 days and that puts you in a 500 calorie deficit, and for 2 days on the weekend, you go out to eat with your friends, you have a little bit of junk food, some pizza, take in some beers, and your total daily calories for Saturday and Sunday are both 4,000, you are undoing the entire week of dieting. And 4,000 calories is kind of generous for how most people binge on the weekends. When I see a lot of people go out to drink and enjoy their time with their friends, they will undo like 2 weeks of dieting. Yes, it's possible, and make sure you're always binging on the weekends as much as you can. Make sure you're always partying so you never achieve your weight loss goals. Number 15, never weigh yourself. Be as scared of the scale as possible. The worst thing you can do when it comes to staying fat is wake up in the morning, go pee, don't drink anything, and weigh yourself on the scale to get accurate measurements of your weight. It's actually been shown that people who just track their weight without any other fitness bullshit or dietary bullshit just lose more weight automatically. Just by stepping on the scale and tracking it every single day, you will lose weight doing nothing. So make sure you never check the scale. Be as emotional as you can about the scale. If you see any water weight fluctuation, which is completely normal, start crying about it and be a fat loser who gets sad that they went up by 1 kilogram or like 2 pounds in weight. And don't do anything about it. Just stay sad, because sadness will keep you fat. Don't turn the sadness into anger and into action, which are actually valuable emotions, real emotions that you can fuel energy with. No, just be depressed and think how everyone else is lucky except for you. Number 16, love your body even if it's gross. Keep a loving mindset for your body. You are beautiful the way you are, and everyone is equally as attractive even if they're fat. Keep repeating this to yourself every single day, because repeating this mantra is the easiest way for people to cope with being fat and be happy and stay fat. We all know that people who are skinnier are more attractive, and the more attractive you are, the more of that halo effect that you have, which will make you more successful in every endeavor of life. Never use this as motivation to actually better your body. Just keep being happy with the way you are. Be as complacent as possible, and never be angry about the fact that your body doesn't look good. Blame your genetics, blame your parents, blame your upbringing. Never take personal accountability for anything, and that will guarantee that you stay fat forever. Be happy and love yourself for who you are. Even if you're the worst version of yourself, why even bother getting better? And number 17, distract yourself with as much dopamine as possible. This is just a rule of thumb for life. The less we stimulate ourselves in our day-to-day lives, the more fun these boring things like diet and exercise, reading and meditation, and real social interaction become. So make sure you max out your dopamine with as many bad stimulating habits as possible. Scroll social media as often as you can. Smoke daily. Masturbate and have sex daily. Watch Netflix and TV. Play video games and keep eating junk food. And when your brain gets desensitized to one of these things alone, combine them. Play video games while eating junk food, while watching a show on the side, and then taking puffs of your vape. All of this will guarantee that whenever you try to exercise or eat clean, you will have zero motivation and literally zero dopamine in your brain to find any type of mental effort that you can put towards this. The more you max out your dopamine, the less you will want to do these good habits. And why would you? I mean, if my life was this stimulating, why would I ever want to go back to reading books or to exercising or to meditating? It's much more fun to scroll social media. And I get it, I've had these addictions, but you just have to cut them out little by little. So just do as many of these dopaminergic bad habits as you can daily. If you found this video helpful and you trust me enough, press the first link in in the description and check out our school group. There, you will find more in-depth courses on weight loss, nutrition, and exercise that will help you fast track your journey to success.